Hello everyone, it's Miros and it's time for that comparison. S23 Ultra versus S24 Ultra by Samsung. Let's check which of these two can make better photos and especially better videos. And while everyone is speaking about the comparison between S24 Ultra and iPhone 15 Pro Max, I think this comparison is more important because most of people are asking themselves now, should I upgrade from S23 to S24 or even from S22 to S24? And today's video is for you. And without further ado, let's move on. Okay, we knew how everything is started by recording 4K 30 FPS video with the main camera sensor of both devices, which is 200 megapixel this year again on S24 Ultra. And I will start to rotate the camera in front of the sun. Of course, we can check here the buildings, the HDR there is the shadows are the shadows crushed or they are visible. For me, better job here is doing S24 Ultra, especially with the snow. It's more white, but I'm not sure because this is only on the viewfinder. And I will just walk now and start running so we can check better the stabilization. I think both devices are doing pretty good job with stabilization. And I will show myself on the camera on the two devices. Remember, this is 4K 30 FPS video recording on S24 Ultra and on S23 Ultra. Let's move now to 4K 60 FPS. Okay, we are now recording 4K 60 FPS on the both S23 and S24 Ultra. And you know, the same test I will perform again. Also, until we are recording, you can check the microphone quality. I'm speaking in front of the phones, which of them is doing a better job with recording the voice. And I will start running to check the stabilization on 4K 60 FPS. We have something important here. Until we are recording 4K 60 FPS on S23 Ultra, we can't switch the lenses. We can using only the main sensor, which is 200 megapixel and 1x. But on S24 Ultra, we can finally switch between the lenses 0.6, 1x, 3x and 5x. And I will now exactly do this. Here is 0.6 with 4K 60 FPS, 1x, 3x and 5x. This is the telephoto periscopic zoom sensor. Again, 3x, 1x and 0.6. I will switch between the lenses now. I will go for a wide camera. Now I will go 1x. Wide camera is 0.6, now 1x. And now 3x with the first telephoto camera. And now I will go 5x, which is the default telephoto camera, the max telephoto camera for S24 Ultra. I am 5x on S23 Ultra, but this is a crop from the 3x sensor. And as we expected, the quality here on S24 Ultra is better, of course, on 5x. But now the important here is let's move to 10x and check the quality there. I'm 10x on S24 Ultra and 10x, which will kick the main telephoto sensor on S23 Ultra. Let's do some shaking. Yeah, it's very bad. But keep in mind that 10x is a crop from 5x telephoto sensor on S24 Ultra. Let's go to the maximum zoom, which is 20x for both devices. We are using 20x max zoom, and I will go back to 5x on S24 Ultra and of course 10x here on S23 Ultra, which are using now their specific telephoto sensors. Now I will go 3x again. By the way, the smoothness of switching between the lens is improved a lot with S24 Ultra. And it's time for the selfie video. I'm recording 4K 30 FPS with both devices using the selfie camera, which is again 12 megapixel, same as last year, but again with different CPU and different processing, with different AI generation, and so on and so on. I will just rotate to check here the sun, the lens flare, the HDRs, and everything we can test. Also the microphones, they are important. You can see it's very snowy here. You know, I just hate the release of every Samsung Galaxy device because it's always early January or February and it's freezing cold every year. But it is what it is. I will start running to check the stabilization. The front cams 4K 30 FPS, and also these two phones can record 8K 30 FPS, but I will not show these samples because I think it's not very important and not many people use that. 4K 30 FPS portrait video or cinematic mode, which Apple calls it. Is there any improvement this year in that section? Let's check. S24 Ultra is better, or S23 Ultra is still doing a better portrait video or cinematic mode. Let's just rotate the camera and you can focus on my face and especially my head here, just to check every of these small details of that portrait video. The blur effect, is it doing a good job or it is just crushed? Okay, some 4K 30 FPS night video recording. Why 30F? Because I think both devices will handle better the grain of the night video, because as we already knew, S23 Ultra has lots of it, but I hope S24 Ultra fixed that issue. This is night video. Let's rotate the cameras. And I think it's time for some running to check the stabilization of the night video, because it will be harder, of course. We have more processing here. Here I am. Can these cameras make a good video of my face, or it's grainy and not good at all? Also, we need to check the lens flare, and I will now switch between the different lenses. Now I'm 1x, of course, and now I'm using the ultra wide camera, which is 0.6. Again I will move to 1x. Now let's move to 3x. And 5x, which is the new max for S24 Ultra. And now I'm 5x on S23 Ultra 2, and it's time for some 10x. Now it's 10x zoom, and let's do maximum zoom, which is 20x, and it's not good at all, but it was expected. Now I will go 5x and respectively 10x on S23 Ultra. So this is a 5x for S24 Ultra and 10x on S23 Ultra. Let's move to the actual main sensor. Now it's time for some night selfie video recording, just to check the selfie cameras, how they handle the bad light. The sky is completely black. We have the lights only coming through the street lights. Let's do some running. I think they are doing pretty good job with that selfie video. 4K 30 FPS.